Hello friends, I am Guna Mathivanan, Current Affairs faculty at Officers IAS Academy. So in this Current Affairs Headless series for Prelims 2021, we are going to discuss our 16th topic, that is UNCLOS. UNCLOS, very important topic. To understand the Italian Marines case, to understand the South China Sea dispute, you should have a good understanding on this UN Convention on Laws of Sea. So this UN Convention, it came into force in 1944. So this convention defines the right and responsibility of the nations with respect to their use of ocean and the marine natural resources, right? So the rights and responsibilities of nations with respect to their use of world's ocean and management of marine natural resources, right? India is a signatory. India signed this convention in 1982. Alright, so now we will try to understand this UNCLOS and what it says. Okay, before going into this diagram, first let me draw my own diagram. Let's assume this is land. Okay, a coastal state I am taking. Now this is the ocean. Okay, so imagine something like this. India. Now we have ocean, right? So this part is called as land, so which I have given here. Now from this point, I am just going 12 nautical miles. I am going 12 nautical miles and I am drawing a line. Okay, what is the distance? 12 nautical miles. 1 nautical mile is close to 1.8 kilometers. 12 nautical miles. Now this region is called as territorial seas. Territorial sea. Sometimes they will be calling it as territorial water, or we can say territorial sea. Right? Now 12 nautical mile from this region. 12 nautical mile from this region is called as contiguous zone. I will explain what is territorial sea, contiguous zone, but just try to understand what I am explaining here. So first 12 nautical miles is called as territorial waters, next 12 nautical mile is called as the contiguous zone. Okay. The 200 nautical miles from the shore, that region is called as exclusive economic zone. Exclusive economic zone. Are you clear? Fine. Friends, the land is not the land boundary, the coastal state boundary, it is not going to be like this, it is not going to be like a straight line, right? So it will be zigzag in nature, so we will also go for a zigzag diagram. Right, it may go deep inside, it can come outside like this. So what happens? The water also comes inside. The water also comes inside. Friends, this region, okay, so this region we are calling it as internal waters. We are calling it as internal waters. So this region is internal water, this region is territorial seas, this region is contiguous zone, and 200 nautical miles we are calling it from the shore, we are calling it as exclusive economic zone. Alright, now let me explain. I will come back to this diagram. Let me explain one by one. Territorial water. Okay, so India, assume that this region, okay, so here we have sea is starting from here, but this zone we are calling it as territorial water. In that area, 12 nautical mile from the border of the coastal state, that area, right, it is completely, I mean the states completely, they have sovereignty over these waters as well as the airspace. That is, in this area, that is 12 nautical mile from the border of India, inside the ocean, 12 nautical miles, India has complete sovereignty. We can come up with any law. And even in the airspace, in the 12 nautical mile, if some country's aircraft has to enter the 12 nautical mile area, then they have to get permission from our country. Right? With respect to waters, with respect to airspace, we have complete sovereignty. So, from India coastal border, 12 nautical miles, you go deep into the sea, into the ocean, till that region, India has complete sovereignty to enact any kind of law. Right? We can restrict the movement of aircraft in that region. We have sovereignty in airspace also. We can restrict the movement of commercial vessels or other countries' ships in that area. Right? I hope you are able to visualize what I am trying to say. So, this is India. Okay. So, if this is going to be the territorial waters, so in this region, India has complete exclusivity, complete sovereignty, right? Even if some ship has to pass in this region, they have to get permission from India. If even some aircraft, okay, some aircraft if it is trying to enter this region, they have to get permission from India. We can also say no for their entry as well. However, for ships, innocent passage is available. Generally, innocent passage is available. So, what is innocent passage? So, innocent, just a minute, yes. So, innocent passage means it's a concept in the law of sea which allows for a vessel to pass through the territorial water of another state with some restriction. That means a ship from America is entering this region, that is our territorial water, they are entering, for some reason they are entering, okay, for navigation only. Without parking in any of our port, they can move. Without coming to our port, without parking in our port, they can use our territorial waters, that is called as innocent passage. Let us say they want to go to Bangladesh. A ship from America wants to go to Bangladesh. A ship from America wants to go to Sri Lanka. Then they have to touch our territorial water, because Sri Lanka and India, Bangladesh and India were very close, right? I think about many coastal states, Southeast Asian states, so many contiguous states, right? Without touching the territorial waters of other countries, you cannot navigate. So, innocent passage is generally allowed for the ships. That is, they can navigate, they can use this territorial water, but without parking, without anchoring the ships. They can simply move, that too after getting permission from the government with restrictions. Usually it will be allowed. Usually it will be allowed, there will be no restriction, but however, if the coastal states want, they can put some restriction. What you have to keep it in mind, in this territorial waters, complete sovereignty is with the government, right? With respect to waters as well as nations, the airspace. Then contiguous zone. So, what is contiguous zone? The next 12 nautical miles from the territorial waters. This is called as contiguous zone. In contiguous zone, we don't have any sovereign rights and all. We have very limited enforcing power in contiguous zone, right? So, the coastal states control on this area in contiguous zone is limited for prevention of actions which can infringe its customs, fiscal and immigration laws. That is very simple. This is territorial sea, okay. In this region, we have complete sovereignty. If something is happening in this contiguous zone, let's say some ship is coming and they are trying to create some trouble, they have the intention to disturb something which is happening in territorial waters. In such case, our government can send our troops and we can take control over that contiguous zone as well, right? So, very simple. If any activity in the contiguous zone threatens the territorial sea, then Indian government can go and act. In normal situation, we don't have any control over contiguous zone. We have complete control over territorial sea. We don't have any control over contiguous zone. But however, if there is some activity which is going on in contiguous zone, which is threatening the territorial seas, which is threatening the activities going on in territorial seas, then we can swiftly take any action in that contiguous zone. Okay, imagine a ship with so much of weapons which is trying to threaten something. You know, in territorial waters we have our harbors, etc. If they are trying to threaten something, imagine in that situation that some activity in contiguous zone is threatening the territorial waters. It is threatening the activity in territorial waters. The Indian government can go and act. They can take action in the contiguous zone as well. But apart from that, we don't have any sovereignty over that contiguous zone, right? Then I was explaining about the exclusive economic zone. Exclusive economic zone, 200 nautical miles I was saying, right? So in this exclusive economic zone, the coastal state has complete right over the resources, be it mineral resources, right, be it oil resource, be it any natural gas resource, be it marine resource. The coastal state has complete control over the resources in the the exclusive economic zone, right, only with respect to resources, right. Apart from that, if you take that exclusive economic zone area, in that exclusive economic zone area, the foreign nations, they have freedom to navigate and overflight. That means, so if a Pakistan ship, if it is trying to enter this 200 nautical mile zone, they need not get permission from India and all. Only if Pakistan flight, if it is going to enter our territorial sea, then it is going to get permission. But however, in the exclusive economic zone, there is complete freedom of navigation. Anybody can go, they can navigate. Not just that, the foreign states, they can also lay submarine pipes and cables in this exclusive economic zone, right. From we are bringing, one country is bringing natural gas through the pipe, underground pipe or undersea water pipe, right, for laying such submarine pipes, or cable for bringing the fiber net cable, for laying that fiber net cable, under the sea. The foreign countries, they can do. Let us say in India's exclusive economic zone, maybe Bangladesh can come and they can lay submarine pipes. Bangladesh can come and they can lay the cables as well, right. There is no restriction in the exclusive economic zone. Clear? Then comes, so beyond the exclusive economic zone, so beyond this zone, it is going to be called as high seas. It is going to be called as high seas, where it is open to all states for freedom of navigation, freedom over flight, freedom to construct artificial islands, right. So anything for scientific research, any country can do. Where? In the high seas, okay. So now let me show you this image. So you know what is internal waters. Then comes 12 nautical miles territorial sea. So in this area we have complete sovereignty over water as well as the airspace. Then comes 12 nautical miles contiguous zone. Okay, this 200 nautical miles region, which is called as exclusive economic zone. Okay, it is called as exclusive economic zone, but however this region, it is in this region where the navigation is going to be completely open to all, right. Laying submarine cable is going to open to all, laying any submarine pipes is open to all. International airspace, that is, anybody can take their aircraft carrier and they can use these airspace without restriction. That these aspect starts beyond territorial waters. These aspects which starts beyond territorial waters, but however 200 nautical miles that starts from the shoreline. So for the country, for coastal land, for the coastal state India, 200 nautical miles from the shoreline, it is going to be for them with respect to resources. First 12 nautical miles, which is called as territorial seas, complete sovereignty. Beyond territorial seas till the end of exclusive economic zone, in that area there is complete freedom of navigation for foreign countries. Foreign countries can lay submarine cables, submarine pipes, etc. Beyond 200 nautical miles we call this high seas, which is open to all for research, for construction of artificial islands, anything, anybody can go and use these high seas. This is what UNCLOS says, right? I hope you got some clarity on this topic. And note one important point, artificial island. Now, China is developing many artificial islands in the South China Sea. Now, by constructing artificial island, will these rights be applicable? Let us say from this point for 200 nautical miles, can we claim exclusive economic zone? No. For artificial island, there is no such rights called as territorial waters or contiguous zone or exclusive economic zone. For artificial islands, nothing doing. But if you have some island, if a country has an island which is habitable, which has drinking water, availability of drinking water is one parameter to say that habitation is possible. If such island you are having, then that island will also have the rights like territorial waters, etc. Artificial island and all will not be having any such rights, right? So, based on this I have asked a question, kindly go through the question and find out the correct answer and give in the comment section. If you like the initiative, give your feedback in the comment section. I have given some highlights of my current affairs course. If you are interested, you can go through, right? So, I hope you like the video. So, tomorrow we will meet again with another interesting topic. Till then, bye, thank you.